Welcome back, Vegas. This week we're going to be talking about construction jobs crashing, home builders hitting pause, and buyers caught in the squeeze. We're unpacking billion-dollar high-rises in Henderson, million-dollar homes in Lake Las Vegas that are literally falling apart, and we're going to give you the real story behind the glitz, the cracks, and the chaos all in one place. Let's get started. Welcome back, Courtney.
Hi.
Hi. How's your week been?
It has been a good week.
Yeah.
Decent week, yeah.
All right, good. So let's get started here on our show today. We're going to be talking about hourly wage right now. The hourly wage needed to buy a median home in today's market.
Yes. So right now, Redfin, and there's a couple other sources, the median home price has came down a little bit from 3-4 months ago. Mm-hmm. We were discussing somewhere around $489. Right now we're sitting right around $455,000.
Yes, and we have actually, they have officially announced, which I think I said this a few months ago on the show, that we are in a buyer's market. Nobody came to grips with that yet, but it is official. It has been announced. We are in a buyer's market.
I think it's pretty clear, especially here and all over the country.
Yeah.
But Redfin stating, and there's been other articles, that you need to make somewhere around $57 an hour to qualify for a median home price here in Las Vegas.
Yes, and that's with the median home prices and rates, the current rates that we have right now. And rates still haven't moved much since that 1/4 point drop that the Fed graced upon us.
So government shutdown does change some things as well.
Okay.
Right now, typically when the government shuts down, you'll see a short-term rate decrease. We're not seeing anything crazy right now. We did come down a decent amount. You're sitting at a 30-year conventional, right about a 6%, FHA a little bit lower, or conventional between 6 and a 6.3%, and then FHA high 5s. Okay. So it did come down a decent amount from 6 months ago, which we're grateful for. Right now, we're kind of waiting to see how long this government shutdown is going to last.
Yeah.
Which is making things very interesting. But either way, when you look at a median price point, right around $60 is a decent amount of money. So it kind of shows why there's a ton of homes on the market.
Yeah,
and not enough buyers.
Yeah, and I did do some research on what types of jobs that you would need to get to that median home price on average. And it looks like nurse practitioners, veterinarians, electrical workers, some management and engineering jobs pay around $57 an hour. And of course, there's also the combined income. You know, if there's a 2-person household, the combined income would need to be around $57 for that median home price.
But I think that brings us back to the thing of, like, if you're single and you're not making really good money, then it gets harder. So remember a few months ago we were talking about friends just buying houses together?
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, the dual income households are definitely thriving a little bit more in this economy.
Absolutely.
For sure. So our next one we have is the high-rises, the 4-season high-rises at McDonald Highlands.
Those look incredible.
Those are incredible. We have some reels that we can show you here too. These are, they're over in McDonald Highlands. It's a 4-season, Four Seasons has an all-residence community. So this is one of the first ones in the country that is all residents. No parts of it are condo-tels, which is the traditional 4-season condo-tels
or hotel.
So these are all very luxury, very high-end.
They look incredible.
They are incredible. They start at $4.8 million and go up to the penthouse, which there are 2 penthouses still available at $32 million.
Wow.
Those are up to 9,000 square feet.
So you personally were in there, right? You did a full tour? Or no?
Yes. So the project is not built yet, but I had I went to they have a showroom set up where they walk you through, and they have, the drone walkthroughs that you go through, and I went to go see the site. It's just absolutely incredible. You talk about exclusive. This is a very exclusive community. Every single unit has a panoramic strip view from one side of the condo. So It will be unobstructed. You will see all of Las Vegas. There's going to be a Wolfgang Puck restaurant in
Love
there.
it. It's like a hotel.
Yeah,
Like a luxury hotel.
It's like a luxury hotel, but
Literally.
it can be your home. The Wolfgang Puck restaurant is only going to be open to McDonald Highlands residences.
Wow.
They said occasionally they may open it to the public, but primarily just for residents only. So a very exclusive restaurant. And my favorite part is they have 4 guest suites in the area where the wellness center and everything is there.
How cool.
So if you have someone staying with you that you don't want to stay in your home, they can stay in the guest suite. It's based upon availability.
Wow.
And it's included in your HOA dues. The homeowners only have to pay the cleaning fee.
Wow.
So that's pretty impressive also. Those
I'm sure
are
state-of-the-art gym. They probably have
everything. Wellness center, state-of-the-art gym. I mean, all the amenities that you could ask for. There's a spa there. Everything that you need is going to be right there. And they are extremely popular, even in today's market. They are already 70% sold out, and they have not even built the building yet.
Wild. There's 120 units sold, I think I saw.
120 units sold.
Out of 170?
Oh, well, there's 170, I think it's 171 unit,
Wow.
120 are already spoken for.
Wow.
Yeah, so pretty impressive and very popular.
I love it. I can't wait to see those in person. I'm sure they're going to be amazing.
They are going to be incredible. I was absolutely blown away by it. And
When you go, will you let me know?
Yes.
I want to go next time.
Oh, absolutely.
I would
Next time
love
I
to.
will bring you with me.
Yeah.
It is they're pretty impressive. And even the smaller units, they come with they have a designer package. Everything's already there. You don't have to
Wow.
go in and customize everything. So they have the designer package that is already customized with your flooring, your cabinets.
Love it.
Everything's already done for you. And you even have the option to have the designer do furnishing. So you could move
Wow.
in completely
Custom.
turnkey, completely furnished, completely ready to go, and just bring your suitcase and your clothes, your shoes and your purses,
Worth
and your
every penny.
worth every penny. Absolutely. So everybody's pretty excited about those. A lot of the homeowners, or the people that have purchased already, are people that have homes currently in McDonald Highlands or other places across the valley that are downsizing and just want that no maintenance lifestyle.
Is there another exactly like this property in the country, or this is literally the first?
This is the first in the United
With
States.
no
There's
hotel
some
side.
there's some in other countries that
Wow.
have all residences, but
Love
this
it.
is the first one in the United States. So there's quite a big draw for it, and it's been quite
Amazing.
popular. When I first seen it going up, I didn't think that it would have the popularity that it actually does.
I love it.
Yeah. So stay tuned. When we come back, we're talking about homes falling apart in the valley. We'll see you guys soon.
Hey Vegas! Celebrate every day in style at the Composer's Room. We bring you non-stop entertainment infused with the vibrant spirit of Las Vegas. Our tavern serves the best drinks in town. Whether you're a cocktail connoisseur or a beer buff, our bartenders got you covered. And let's not forget about the food. Our culinary delights are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Come for the entertainment and stay for the food. Reserve your visit to the Composer's Room today and start celebrating Las Vegas our way.
Looking for a night out that's pure Vegas? Welcome to Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, voted best comedy club in Las Vegas. Located at the Link Promenade, just steps from the High Roller, it's your ticket to big laughs from top comics handpicked by Jimmy Kimmel himself. No two shows are alike. Every night's a headliner, and every seat's a great one. Get your laughs at the best. Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, only in Vegas, only at the Link.
Every home has a story. What's yours? From your first home to your forever home, Trish Williams helps you write each chapter. Real estate is about the life you build. Hire Trish to be part of your story. Trish Williams, Keller Williams Realty. License S.01755530, call 702-308-2878. Start your next chapter today.
All right, so new construction is doing, there are some changes coming right now in new construction. Lennar, who's one of the biggest home builders across the
Absolutely.
country, they have announced that they're not going to do any more price cuts. They're going to stop their price cuts and they're going to start pulling back on their incentives. And instead, they're going to just slow down on construction.
Which, I mean, based on how the market is, that makes a ton of sense, because for them to keep building and spending money if all their homes aren't sold. However, the less homes that go up, it does increase the prices, but I think we're at a point where slowing needs to kind of happen for a moment so we can catch up.
Yeah, and I think they've come to a point where they're offering so many incentives to get people to buy the home. They're just not having the margins that they want for profit, and it just doesn't make sense to continue these mass building projects if they
Yeah.
have to offer incentives to get the home sold.
I think in the last 2, maybe 3, 4 years, it's just been crazy how much new builds have gone up everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think that it's definitely at a point where we have so many resale homes on the market, and it just kind of needs to slow. But that also takes jobs away and other things away as well.
So there's been a rise in unemployment in construction jobs, and they are also saying that the cost of building materials is going up.
Absolutely.
So that we are probably going to see the price of new construction homes going up as well. So even if they're selling less, those prices are not going to be coming down too much. And then, in addition to that, on new construction, Lake Las Vegas has a community right now that has hit the news. Pulte is the builder. Some homeowners in the Pulte Homes community are doing a class action lawsuit and coming together because they're saying that they did not properly compact the soil and the foundations are shifting and sinking.
I saw that all over the news. I can't imagine, especially, and these aren't cheap homes. These
No.
are very expensive houses.
Luxury homes, close to $1 million in most cases, and the homes are fairly new, and they're literally falling apart.
Cracking.
Cracking and cracking, structural damage. So they've analyzed this, and per home, the repair cost of what they would need to do is causing drywall cracks, the walls to shift, and the repair cost per home is averaging around $300,000 to $500,000. So it's not a simple repair. It's not an easy repair. I don't know how they're going to handle this, or if they're going to need to relocate residences while they're doing this. Relocate the occupants. So that's interesting. It's interesting to see how they're going to handle that problem.
I'm curious as to, I'm sure with a class action lawsuit, it's going to take 2-3 years to probably settle this. So first they're going to have to prove that, Pulte was at fault for not laying the right foundation, which probably won't be the easiest thing either.
Well, it's the soil. They didn't prepare the soil the right way. So I'm sure that could be done with a bunch of soil testing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who knows what's going to happen with the people that live there. And I'm sure it's going to be a very lengthy process.
Yeah.
That's just wild. I can't imagine.
And speaking of lengthy process and relocating residences, it's also happening in Windsor Park. This is an area in North Las Vegas that was built in the 1960s. That community is literally sinking. They also have foundation issues. It sits on faults.
Oh my
And
gosh.
the groundwater pumping has caused the ground to settle unevenly. And in this community, they have had to relocate the residences while the residents while they are
Wow.
fixing these, and that's due to soil instability, cracking of the walls, and infrastructure. So this has been there since 1960s. This is quite some time this is happening, so it's been a slow process over time, but it is there's $37 million set aside to help with this project and help the homeowners that are currently living there.
I mean, I wonder in certain parts of town if I've been licensed in Florida, and there's certain parts of Florida that you're required to have sinkhole insurance.
Really?
It's actually a real thing. So sinkhole insurance is exactly what it sounds like. Here we don't see it for obvious reasons, but maybe that's a thing, and maybe that'll be a new trend based on if you're on a fault line, or who knows, maybe certain areas will require it, just like flood insurance in certain parts of like Pahrump and things like that. So
Yeah.
sinkhole insurance is a real thing, and
there are fault lines running throughout our valley.
100%
Throughout
all
the
over.
valley, we have some pretty strong fault lines. I mean, they're generally inactive, but over time, I mean, this is a home that's built in 1960s, so over time there is some impact there. So there's a lot of residences that are being rehomed right now.
Wow.
While they're working on rebuilding or fixing this problem.
I wonder if they're going to have them get sinkhole insurance after this.
Well, maybe they will. I mean, I'm sure right now, there's a lot of like county codes and construction codes and building that weren't in place in older
Back in,
times
yeah.
that are now in place to prevent certain problems.
Probably
but
a lot of regulations. They have to get up to code and all these other things.
yeah, but even with the code and regulations, what happened in Lake Las Vegas, that's a pretty new construction, and somehow
That's a problem.
they got past it without those regulations getting put in effect. So we definitely we'll definitely see how all of this is going to play out. But our valley is shifting. Our ground is moving. Our valley is
Scary.
shifting. And when we come back after our break, we're going to be talking about utilities, what's going on with Nevada Power, the fee hikes, things that are happening locally with the utilities and everything going on here.
Hey Vegas! Celebrate every day in style at the Composer's Room. We bring you non-stop entertainment infused with the vibrant spirit of Las Vegas. Our tavern serves the best drinks in town. Whether you're a cocktail connoisseur or a beer buff, our bartenders got you covered. And let's not forget about the food. Our culinary delights are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Come for the entertainment and stay for the food. Reserve your visit to the Composer's Room today and start celebrating Las Vegas our way.
Looking for a night out that's pure Vegas? Welcome to Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, voted best comedy club in Las Vegas. Located at the Link Promenade, just steps from the High Roller, it's your ticket to big laughs from top comics handpicked by Jimmy Kimmel himself. No two shows are alike. Every night's a headliner, and every seat's a great one. Get your laughs at the best. Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, only in Vegas, only at the Link.
Every home has a story. What's yours? From your first home to your forever home, Trish Williams helps you write each chapter. Real estate is about the life you build. Hire Trish to be part of your story. Trish Williams, Keller Williams Realty. License S.01755530, call 702-308-2878. Start your next chapter today.
All right, we're back. So we are seeing some changes in utilities here in the valley.
Absolutely.
One of the big ones is NV Energy, and you know a lot about solar.
I do. I've been involved in solar, and I have somewhat of a background in solar, so there's a lot of weird things going on with NV Energy, and it's not something that's going to just affect people with solar or people without solar. NV Energy, there's a couple different things going on with NV Energy. NV Energy is now involved in 2 different lawsuits.
Okay.
Both of which are for them overcharging.
Oh yeah, it was $32.6 billion in possible refunds.
So it's so hard to prove when you have a monopoly, and NV Energy is actually owned by Warren Buffett. So
Yes.
there's a lot that goes into proving people are being overcharged, and a lot of the issue becomes a homeowner doesn't really know if they're being overcharged. So with these 2 lawsuits, the first one was a $17 million overcharge, or people overpaying for power. NV Energy can 100% offset all the cost of what's being charged to a consumer or a customer.
Yeah.
So a lot of the fees and things that are being added, it's very hard to track what you're paying for, what you're not paying for. There's an old rate, a new rate. And NV Energy is, outside of being sued for those lawsuits of overcharging people, they're trying to add 3 new fees.
Yes.
So the 3 are one, they had a bunch of hearings on the news. If you saw at the beginning of June or July, you watched the news, there was people protesting in front of NV Energy.
Yes.
So one was that because our grid is so old and our town has expanded so quickly, they're trying to build a 600-mile transmission line through the state of Nevada, which is a $5.2 billion project.
Wow.
This will add about $215 million a year of revenue that they're going to charge to a customer, basically offsetting the cost. So a 7.95% rate increase, and then they're trying to add 2 new fees. An interim rate fee, and the biggest one that is becoming a huge issue, and NV Energy is not going to have a fun time. There's a bunch of lawsuits already coming, is called demand charges.
Yeah, and it's the first of its kind.
Ever.
So this is basically, in my opinion, a junk fee that they're saying, like, I mean, there's not, if you don't agree or you don't like NV Energy, there's nothing you can do about it.
Correct.
There's no other power company that you can go to. I even have solar, but it seems like with all of their fee increases, even with the solar, I'm still paying a lot to NV Energy.
So what NV Energy is trying to do is they're trying to look at your highest 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes they're going to read your meter, and they're trying to find your peak of those 15 minutes, which is if you're running the washer, all these other things that are using electricity within that whole day, they're going to hit you for the top of the cost of your demand pricing and then try to charge you for it.
Oh my goodness.
So we've heard talks of it adding $20 to $60 or $70 a month to everyone's bill. Technically, the reason people are trying to sue NV Energy or put this to a stop is because there's no way you can actually prove what you're using, but you're being charged for it.
Exactly.
So if you're
There's no
speeding,
way.
there's a speedometer and you know you're speeding.
Yeah.
But with this situation, there's no way for you to know that that's actually how much power you are using, yet you're being charged for it. So it's the first of its kind. It's really something I've never heard of, and it is the first of anything I've seen in the country or heard of, and this will be an ongoing issue. They're trying to push it for April of 2026 to put this fee into place, and it's becoming a huge thing.
Yeah.
And I think they're doing actually a hearing at the end of the month.
On October 22nd,
Yep.
they're having a
Yep.
hearing in regards to it, and there's some people that are saying to go down there
Yep.
and speak your mind. And even the refunds or the possible refunds that they have coming back, those were due to them misclassifying townhomes and condos as single-family residences. So they were charging for, since I think it went back to 2007 or 2017, they were charging them as a single-family residence when they were in a townhome or a condo.
So, and ideally you have, even with solar, you have a basic service fee to be connected to NV Energy. It's $18.50 now for a single family home. It used to be for 12 years, $12.50. But typically if you're sharing a building, townhomes, things like that, it's usually between like $6 and $8 per month.
Mm-hmm.
And so if they were charging, that's virtually more than double what they should have been paying.
Yeah, and it was 2017 through 2024 that they had these fees that they were adding on, that they apparently nobody caught or knew that it happened. And of course, the people that are getting the bill, you get your bill, you don't know why they're charging
Most
what or
people
what
just
they
pay
should
on
be
auto
charging.
pay.
You
They don't
just-
even know.
Yeah, so yeah, it's going to be cause some big changes, and a lot of people are pretty outraged about it. And another thing that does not have people in the valley happy, and this doesn't affect everybody in the valley. There's few homes in the valley that are still on septic, and septic tanks are possibly going to, they're saying that they may not issue any further permits for septic tanks. So if you currently have one, you're grandfathered in. They are saying that they're going to offer certain incentives for people to switch over from septic to sewer, the people that are currently on septic, but they are proposing that in the near future that they may just eliminate new permits on septic altogether. And where this is really going to have an effect on people is not just not just people that are, already have septics, but there's a lot of vacant land that's out there that is eligible for septic and has not been developed yet, that people own, they're sitting on for the future or something to do in the future. And when it comes time for them to start wanting to develop it, then they're going to want to apply for that septic permit. If they cancel that and make it not even eligible, that's going to be a problem, because some of these places, there's some vacant land that's so far from public sewer that it could be 60,000 to 100,000 just to get it tied in.
Wow.
And that's if you have to go through a main street or something like that. So that can affect a lot of people that own some vacant lots here in the valley that want to have septic put on it in the future.
And build a home.
So that can affect land values. Obviously, if you have a vacant parcel of land and you're not near a public tie-in and you cannot get a permit for a septic on it, that land value is tremendously decreased.
I wonder what'll happen with that. I'm sure if that's not changed, there's probably going to be some lawsuits, or I don't know what they can really do about that, but you can't. If you own land and it's going to sit there unused, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah. And then they're considering as well on permits is for, if they do issue a permit, a renewal will be required every 5 years.
Wow.
So they're saying that this renewal process is to make sure that it's up to code and doing everything that it should be doing. But people are concerned that that's going to not only raise the cost, they're going to start having those costs raised for renewals, but it's going to eventually deter them having the septic or penalizing them for being on septic and not public sewer. So with that renewal coming every 5 years, you also risk the option of them saying no.
A lot of changes lately.
A lot of changes
lot of shifts.
lately. So that happens with a growing city, and we are definitely going to be keeping you updated on things going on throughout the valley here. And Courtney, if people want to reach out to you, how do they get in touch?
Give me a call. I'm with Citywide Mortgage at 702-416-6918. Always happy to talk or look at possibly getting you into a home, first home. Give me a call.
And I can be reached at 702-308-2878. I am Trish Williams with Keller Williams Realty. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.